Welcome back to Houston Newsmakers. Last week's program was preempted because of Premier League soccer. You can find that complete program on click2houston.com on the Newsmakers page. But I thought it important to play a portion of that program here. Dr. Jim Ray from MD Anderson Cancer Center is head of what's called the Neurodegeneration Consortium. That's MD Anderson, Baylor College of Medicine, and the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. They're all combining their research to hopefully find a cure for Alzheimer's disease. If no cure is found soon or something that effectively slows down the progress of the disease, there are very serious concerns about how we might all be impacted in the years to come. Here's some of our conversation, starting with his response to my question about why the experts are sounding the alarms.
We all need to be worried about Alzheimer's. As you just said, it's already the most expensive disease in the United States in terms of healthcare costs, and it's only going to get worse unless we find a treatment for it. In the future, it's going to take up so much of our healthcare economy just to deal with Alzheimer's. There's not going to be any money left for all the other diseases, so it's really something we all need to be focused on.
I had a communication with a woman named Sharina Welch. She's a Houston photographer whose mother is in the late stages of Alzheimer's disease, and her father is in the role of a caregiver. And these are some of the images of what it's been like for them and those involved in her care. And you can just look at those pictures. You can feel the anguish as you look at some of those pictures. It's such an insidious disease. Talk about the ripple effect that Alzheimer's disease has not only on the patient but on the system for those caring for those patients.
Yeah, Alzheimer's is one of those diseases where the affected person is not only the patient, it's the entire network around them. It's their family, it's their loved ones, because once you reach a certain stage of the disease, you can't care for yourself anymore. And eventually, when it comes late stage, you need full-time supervision and nursing home care. So the family is not only losing a person, but they're gaining all this responsibility and cost at the same time. And often the children of Alzheimer's patients are in the prime of their careers, and they have to make these sacrifices, you know, for their parents who can no longer help themselves. So the ripple effect is very large and affects a lot of people, not just the patient.
Does DNA research and some of the information we get about our DNA, can that be helpful in helping us determine if we might be in line to have this disease and maybe start taking medication ahead of time?
Unfortunately, there's no genetic test that will tell you for the vast majority of people whether you're going to get Alzheimer's or not. There's no FDA-approved test you can take to understand whether that's in your future. There is a family tendency, so if you have a lot of cases in your family, you're more likely to get it than if you don't, but it's not 100%. It's like 30% increase in risk. So you know, unfortunately, there's just nothing we can do to diagnose the people who are likely to get Alzheimer's in the future right now. MD Anderson's a cancer center, so we needed to bring in people who understand what causes brain diseases that are related to old age and dementia. And we recruited this team at Baylor, at MIT, and they come up with new theories. And we try to convert those theories into therapies, because MD Anderson is excellent at developing new therapeutics. There are some things that are coming. So thanks to a very large government effort across many countries, we've been studying the history of Alzheimer's disease as it develops in a lot of people. And so now there are brain scans that can tell if you're having these plaques in your brain. And there are tests in your spinal fluid where people can look for changes that we know are related to the development of Alzheimer's. These are really research setting tools right now, but you can imagine as technology advances, these will become something that maybe we can screen people with in the future.
Well, let's hope there will be hope for the future and that the work will bear great results. Dr. Ray will be taking part in a panel discussion about this work this Thursday at the Belmont Village Senior Living Community in West University. If you'd like to attend, that's June 1st at the Belmont Village Senior Living in West University. It's 6 to 8 o'clock. It's free, but you'll need to register. I'll put that contact information on the Newsmakers page on click2houston.com. I invite you to go to click2houston.com to see the entire show with Dr. Ray and Clarice Hatchett, whose trust in God helped her form an organization that's providing hope and help for those dealing with cancer. What's going on in Washington, D.C. these days? My guest next week ought to know. He's in the thick of it. There's a lot to talk about: healthcare, Russia, Korea, the president's first trip abroad. I'll tell you who our guest is when Houston Newsmakers continues.